up here. Okay, so this is the very beginning. My name is Christy Carter, and I'm going to do this without my glasses so you can see my eyes. I may have to put them on from time to time, but we'll continue as best I can. So the 5 most crucial things I've learned with online marketing. Super, super important stuff. I'm going to shrink this guy down. Shrink that down, and here we go. So again, welcome. This is Tuesday. We just saw the wonderful solar eclipse last night. It was our yesterday morning. It was fantastic. My husband and I had the special glasses. They were so cool, and it was so neat to see that orange globe in the sky with like bites taken out of the top of the side. It was really cool. So anyway, you're here to learn the 5 most crucial things I've learned with online marketing. And these are I'm going to share some secret tips with you that can help you succeed even better in your own business. Or show you how to get involved if you're not already in a business. Okay, so here we go. Oops, sorry. Facebook guy's right there. So who am I? My name is Christy Carter. I was born and raised in California. I'm a local girl, which is kind of rare these days, in the town of Walnut Creek. I love to travel. I love life. We have a lot of friends and family. We have animals, and I just love traveling, basically. As my husband and I, we were in Turks and Caicos last December. The purpose there was to go diving, scuba diving. We love to scuba dive. One of my goals is to scuba dive in all the best places throughout the world. I'm also known as the Internet Lifestyle Gal. So if you go to my Facebook page, which is called Christy Carter, you will see a lot of business tips and a lot of new things that I share with you online about business online. I'm also an author, entrepreneur, and investor. A few years ago, I wrote the book Guerrilla Marketing to Baby Boomers. Now I am doing a new book that is almost done, and it's called Online Marketing Secrets. It's going to be coming out this fall, and I'm really excited to share that with you as well. I've been on marketing for about 7 years. I built a business, so I'm still building it and tweaking it as we go along, called Global Positive News Network. And you can go ahead and type in globalpositivenewsnetwork.com, and you will see my website. You can also get to that by going to Instagram. Just type in Global Positive News Network, and you'll see the Instagram news feeds. We do 2 news feeds every single day, sometimes more, but that's starting to get traction here in the world, and I love it because it's about new positive innovations, health tips, things that people do to help other people. It's a fantastic news website, and I built that because I didn't see anything else like it, so I built it. Because I'm an entrepreneur. I love to cook, I love to travel, cook, and garden, and fly fish. So we're always doing something fun. We're going fly fishing very soon, and I love stuff like that because this is summertime. My first book, here it is, Guerrilla Marketing to Baby Boomers, and I teamed up with Jay Levison, who wrote the first guerrilla marketing books back in the 1970s. So he has actually passed on, but I wrote this with him about 3 years ago. And it was a great selling book. It's still on Amazon and available. So one of my passions is to help people develop their own online business. Why? Because I think that when people are empowered and they're living the life they want, they're a lot happier. And that's one of the reasons why I built the news network called Global Positive, is because I think when people focus on wonderful, good things in life, more of that stuff happens. And I get tired of the news and people who are not happy with their lives because they focus on the stuff that they don't want or the bad things that are happening in the news. So let's change that up. We can do that. We have the freedom and the options to do that, so let's do it. So I am doing it. Anyway, I love to create, online business creates time freedom and the desired income you want. So it depends on how focused you are in any business. But with online marketing, it can open up so much time and space that you can travel more, you can be with friends and family more, you can work in your favorite charities or your church or whatever and give back a lot more. So, so let's get to the main webinar, which is the 5 main things I've learned about online marketing. So you're about to learn the 5 most crucial things I've learned about online marketing. I've learned online, basically. Number 1, we're going to talk about mindset. Number 2, we're going to talk about technology hurdles. Number 3, we're going to talk about naysayers. And number 4, we're going to talk about what your parents never told you. And number 5, the best marketing practices. So you may want to take notes. There's some really great things you probably already know, but there's a lot of things you probably haven't come upon. I don't really know you and your situation, but I really invite any questions. So go ahead and load up some questions here below, and I will take care of those. So here we go. The first thing is mindset. I call it mindset flip-flops because we're kind of torn between online stuff and technology and the regular old industrial way of doing things, like using fax machines and using Xeroxes and things like that. And also this kind of comes into play with the naysayers who say, oh, online marketing is all a scam, it doesn't work and stuff like that. Let's get it straight, okay? So number 1, you want to be patient with yourself, because if you're here on this webinar right now, if you're listening to me right now, that means that you have a hunch, or you know that doing something online doesn't reach just one person, it can reach millions of people all at once. It's like you're in a giant baseball or basketball stadium, and your one product or this one webinar can reach millions of people at once. So it's just huge. It's just huge. So learning new things can take longer, but it may make you mentally sharper. That's for sure. I started playing bridge before I got into online marketing, and I actually stopped. I'm glad I played bridge. I mean, I got to play bridge with my folks and my in-laws and friends and other family. But you know, learning technology, learning online stuff takes a lot of time and energy, and it can scramble your mind just like bridge can, but it also makes you sharper. I mean, there's been studies made about rats and about other primates and things like that. The more things they have to figure out and tweak and learn how to do, the sharper they become. And I feel like I've gotten a lot sharper by doing online business. So when you feel overwhelmed is one of the biggest issues that get in people's way when it comes to online marketing, because there's so much to learn and there's so much to do. It's like, what do? Do you do a blog first? Do you do a Facebook page first? Do you do a Instagram? Where do you go? What do you do? So the thing about overwhelm, which is huge, is to focus on one thing at a time and do it. Even if it might be kind of in the wrong direction, but just do it, get it set up, because I see internet marketing and internet anything is putting a whole bunch of blocks together. It's like a puzzle. You're putting pieces of the puzzle together, and it doesn't all come together in one time. It takes day in, day out, month by month, year by year. I've been marketing online for 7 years, and I'm now just becoming pretty successful, pretty well known, and that's cool. It feels great. It's been a lot of time, energy, blood, sweat, and tears, and money, but it's so worth it, because I am a baby boomer, and I'm going into my retirement years, if you will. You know, I'll be 60 next year, actually, and I'm feeling good that I've empowered and I've taught myself. I've also learned from amazing online systems how to do the online marketing thing. It's awesome. It's so cool, so creative. It's really neat. So again, when you're feeling overwhelmed, just focus on learning one thing at a time. Get into social community online groups for support and help. Facebook groups are wonderful. I've made so many friends with Facebook, you know, on Facebook. I have a Facebook page. I have a couple, actually, different business pages. I also have 2 accounts. You can have 2 accounts. I have one ad account that kind of goes through both of my Facebook accounts. But it is so neat, because people are really, who are on social media, tend to let the guards down, and that's a good thing. Because I think we all pretty much want the same thing. We all want a good family relationships. We all want a partner. We all want to have good food. Most of us like to travel. We want to live well. We want to eat. We want to do good things in this world. And most people are like that online, that I've found. It's awesome. It's so fabulous. So enjoy this new online world. You are ahead of the pack, and keep working it, because you can get bogged down very, very easily, but if you keep working it, it just gives you more and more empowerment. It feels so good. So let's talk about technology hurdles. A lot of people stop with technology, and I know how I have. I've gotten so frustrated over some little tiny things, and every once in a while it still happens. I still get really frustrated about little tiny little things. For instance, today, and I'm not the best technology person at all. I'm more of a cook and a gardener person, and so learning technology is just weird. So when I was setting up this PowerPoint presentation for you today, there's on the side all the different slides. And I hit something, I don't know what it was, and I'm not going to take the time before this nice webinar with you is to figure out how to do it, because I don't want to mess anything up. So, I mean, you got to roll with this stuff. You just got to roll with it. And if something messes up, it's fixable. It's okay. And most people are pretty darn forgiving, so that's a cool thing. So, with technology hurdles, there's always help close by. Like after I get off this webinar, I'm gonna go through it. I'm going to send it out to my list and things like that. And then I'm gonna go find out how to get the screen with all the different little slides on it. I'll figure it out. And that's the attitude you have to survive, because it can just be a brain crusher if you don't. So obtain the help of a tech person for desktop help who can remote in for issues. Okay, so this is a really helpful tool. I hired Geeks on Site about 5 years ago, and pretty good company. They've done one. They're based out of Florida, I think Orlando. A really nice guy came here. He fixed my computer, updated my desktop, and because I do like to work from my desktop because it's bigger, I like to spread out the desk. I still write paper. I still have my day timer that I've had for like 20 years. I still like to write in that every day. So, we're using the best of both worlds, online technology as well as old line technology. So anyway, so the Geeks on Site guy came over, he fixed my site, and he was good. And then I needed help again, and they sent me somebody else. Well, that person has actually stayed with me as my personal concierge, if you will. He remotes in to my desktop from time to time. We text each other back and forth if I have some issues. I recently had to get a new cable for something, didn't know where to put it in. I took pictures on my phone, texted it to him, and he said, oh yeah, you do this, this, and this, and that's how work is done these days. It's so cool. It's awesome. It makes things so much more expedient. So he didn't have to leave his house, I didn't have to leave my house, and that's nice because it opens up time. So I can go take the dogs for a walk, I can meet with friends for dinner, or have a dinner party or something like that, instead of running around, getting in traffic. Here in the Bay Area, I'm in the San Francisco Bay Area, and the traffic is horrendous. I mean, the only time you can really travel, like for me going to San Francisco, which is about 45 minutes with no traffic, is between the hours of 10 and 2 o'clock. And so, you really have to pick and choose your traffic time, or when you want to go and do an errand or go shopping or something like that. So, the only time I'm really in traffic is if I get stuck coming back from a little outing during the day. I don't have to commute, which is so awesome. And that's probably, again, why you're here, because a lot of people are sick of traffic. I mean, we're getting more and more people on the planet. We're at 7 billion, I think, maybe more or less or whatever, but we're going to have 7 billion people. That's a lot of people. And a lot of people are in major cities like San Francisco Bay Area, Atlanta, Georgia, New York City. And so the more people can learn how to do online marketing or build a business online, the better off they're going to be, and a lot happier, and less congestion on the freeways. So anyway, that's my story with my tech guy. So he and I have been working together for the last 5 years, and he's awesome. He's great. You can also call businesses like Aweber, which is your autoresponder, or GoDaddy for support. I like to have businesses. I like to sign up for like Wistia. I don't think you can call support, but I think there might be a support number. Aweber, GoDaddy for sure have people that you can call and talk to. I really like to, partner with businesses like that for my own online needs that I can call up physically and talk to, because it is nice talking to people as well. So naysayers, let's talk about naysayers. This is a big deal, and this is why I put in my my message to you. Do you miss your horse? I mean, this is because my stepfather, he's 89 years old. He refuses to do anything technology related at all. He still has a flip-up phone. He refuses to get an iPhone, which would make his life a lot easier. Especially getting like Uber services and things like that. He refuses to learn this because he thinks people aren't going to talk to each other anymore. Well, there's a little bit of truth to that. I mean, you see the kids come in and all they do is text and look at their phone, and that's what, there's like a little dilemma going on about that. But in this house, we have young people that come in, like my nephew. We have them put their phones in a basket because we want to communicate and interact with them. So that's, you can just set your own rules with that type of thing. So do you miss your horse? Okay, so this goes back to the 19th century, the beginning. That was only 100 years ago, by the way. The horse and buggy transitions, okay? This is how we got around 100 years ago. That's amazing. Look at that. So when people say, oh, I don't want to learn technology, I can't do it, oh, it's too hard, well, we kind of don't have any choice, but we do. But you want to go back to the horse and buggy days as far as technology goes? I don't think so. I mean, look at this. People drove these Model T cars just 100 years ago, a little bit less than 100 years ago. So we have so many choices, and look how far we've come. This is incredible. Now we have this beautiful Tesla, 2018 Tesla. This is the Bay Area. I couldn't pass up this photo because this is where I live. I actually live beyond the hills over here in the East Bay, but this is San Francisco, Golden Gate Bridge, a beautiful new Tesla, and we've come quite a long ways from the Model T car, the horse and buggy, and that's why I'm talking about naysayers. You got to transition into the new millennium. It brings challenges and advantages. Most people think online business or marketing is a sham. Somebody just said this is a sham when I sent out my note about this webinar last week, because I did a webinar last week as well. Some people say it's a scam and a hacker's delight. A lot of people, especially the people from like 55 on up, they think that their money's going to get taken if they do online marketing. They don't trust auto billing, auto pay, and things like that. Well, guess what? I've been doing that for years, and I love it. I'm trying to have my mom get set up on that stuff, and she's still resisting that big time. People just don't trust what they can't see. And there's some validity to that, that's for sure. But I think it's super important that we get and stay current. It's all about staying current with our music, with our dress, with our technology and stuff like that, because it's more interesting. I mean, most people my age still think about the high school days or their best days of their life. I liked it, but it wasn't my best days of my life, that's for darn sure. I love my life now. It's awesome. I built a great business. I have a beautiful husband, beautiful home, great social life. It's fabulous. I am living the dream because I built it. I love it. And we all have that choice to build it. So when people start saying, oh, online marketing is all a scam and stuff like that, couldn't be further from the truth. There's a lot of scams and things that are with dirt businesses. Businesses, look what happened in 2008 with the savings and loan stuff and all that. My goodness. So there's good and there's bad people in all different phases throughout technology, dirt business or technology. It's everything. So innovation has done more this decade in the last 10 years. Okay? Did I say that right? Let's see. Innovation has done more this decade than in the last 10 decades. Okay? That's what I meant to say. So our technology is speeding up so fast, and we're innovating so many things so quickly that we have done more in this decade than we have in the past 10 decades. And that's huge because it's going to get faster and faster and faster. And that's why I think Most people really should learn. I'm not just doing this to sell you anything, although I do have a great business for you, but you don't have to buy it. I just want to educate you. But most businesses are going to be online. Look at the big box stores like Sears, Kmart, etc. They're going by the wayside to more online business type models. Look at Amazon, look at Cisco, look at eBay, look at, those type of things. I mean, right now, the small business sector is a $4 billion business just this year. That's huge. It's small business. Huge. So something that everybody wants to get on board, and they should. There's a horse and buggy transition. I love that. Model car. And we've come a long ways in 100 years. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Huge. So the best marketing practices. This is another thing. This is number 4. You don't want to spam people like in your Facebook messages or with any of your social stuff. You don't want to just send them the link. I'm seeing less and less of that happening, so that's very cool. I'm so glad. You want to educate. Do things like this webinar. Do Facebook Lives. Send out educational pieces to your list. Send out little tidbits to help people. That is cool. That is cool. And it makes you feel good that you're doing good things for other people. If you can entertain, that's great, because people like to be entertained. And transparency is the new currency. So there's no questions. Just be honest, be who you are, be yourself. I'm not a perfect speaker. I kind of stutter back and forth, and I'm not perfect. I told you that I'm not perfect with my PowerPoint presentation, but that's okay. Excuse me, I have to take a little drink here. I mean, people are people, and we're not perfect, but we can be pretty amazing. So the best real estate on the planet are domains, Facebook ads. Facebook ads, especially. I love Facebook ads. But back to domains. I was recently looking for a domain for one of my new products, and they have this one domain, got the name of it, something.com, whatever. But anyway, it was $5,000. So this is the new real estate, guys, is buying domains. You can flip them on GoDaddy. You can have them go to auction. So that's another business in itself. I kind of dabbled in it, then I just kind of backed off of that because it took a lot of time. I'm working on something else, Global Positive News Network, for instance. But Facebook ads is also awesome real estate on the planet, because if you have a product, if you have a book, or if you have some sort of a service or what have you, if you're a real estate agent, a doctor, a lawyer, a waitress, a baker, what have you, you can target your exact avatar, the person who's more likely to buy your product, and that's huge. And Facebook ads is so good. They're a really good, transparent company. I like Facebook a lot. Recently, I was putting together an ad, and I had a little bit of trouble with my pixels, and so this Facebook person came into my Facebook and said, hey, you need some help with this, and was a legitimate person from Facebook itself. I got on a call with her. We talked. It's awesome. She's now helping me with my ads for the next 28 days. That is very cool. It's very transparent. So again, they're pixels, but they will target your perfect customer, and they'll tell you how many times they clicked on your site, if they've converted or not, how many people are looking at your site, how much money you spend, like every hour on the hour. I even have the Facebook app on my phone, which is very cool. And so I can see how much I'm spending, so you can monitor yourself. I mean, this stuff is amazing. It's just absolutely incredible. It's never been done before. So let's talk about what your parents never told you. I know my parents never told me, so I'm projecting that onto you, but I can tell by my friends and family, most parents did not tell them that most past career models were based on clocking in at an hourly rate. You physically had to be present. Those are like the doctors, the lawyers, the waitresses, the teachers, the nurses, the PE education guy, people like that. They have to physically be somewhere to earn a living. Now you have the option to do one task to put together one webinar like this, or to make a book, or to make a product once and show it to millions of people via Facebook ads. Now that's how rock stars, actors, stocks, etc. work. They do one movie, they do one concert, they record that concert, they record that movie, they sell it and make millions. That's so cool. And we look up to them because we want to be like them. And now you can in your own arena, which is very cool. Sorry about the phone.
Number available.
That, I'm not going to get it because I'm with you here.
Number available.
I will wait until it turns off.
Number available.
Almost there. Okay, there we go. Okay, now everybody can market something to millions. But how? How do you learn how to do this stuff? You might have a system. I'd like to know actually what kind of system that you have, because I'm curious how people learn this stuff, because I know I went through about 6 different systems. I did MLSP, I did Empower Network, I did iPass system, I did a little bit of training with Vince Reed. Like him, he's great. There's so many good people out there. I did a little bit with Mike Dillard. He's great. I like him. A little bit with Ty Lopez. He's great. Robert Kiyosaki, Tony Robbins. So I've gotten a good flavor of what's out there and what people are doing, and they're all really good. It depends on who you resonate with and what system feels comfortable for you. So my system that I've learned with, and I highly recommend them, is the Invisible Empire. You need to have a marketing education system to get you into the online marketing world, and that is the Invisible Empire. This is the first welcome page of the Invisible Empire, which is run by Mark Hoverson. I've been with Mark Hoverson for about 7 years, actually. He's a great guy, very down to earth, good family man, very transparent, and he has put together this beautiful, beautiful company that teaches you every step of the way on how to set up a website, how to market your product. You can market Invisible Empire if you want and make great commissions, but you can also set up your own thing. This is like the brass tacks of how to begin anything online. I highly recommend it to anybody. And this is in small print, so I can put my glasses on, but this is the welcome page of Invisible Empire. They have the 8-figure foundation. They have the different modules here called the Invisible Infrastructure, which is actually awesome. It is comprised of like 25 different videos on how to set up your own page, how to set up a Facebook page, how to market online, how to get help online, how to set up your own funnel, how to connect your autoresponder to your funnel, to your list, and all this stuff. There's a lot of stuff to learn. And it might take a little time. Some people just can go through this stuff and learn it within a weekend or even a week or so. It depends on your time and your energy. I'm still learning, and they are always updating their stuff. This is their high ticket freedom formula system setup, because they actually promote a wonderful travel product, which I am part of. It's the Renaissance travel product, where if you're a member, you only pay between $398 and $700 a week for a beautiful vacation place anywhere in the world. So it's absolutely fabulous, and I highly recommend that you go through the high ticket freedom formula system setup when you get into the Invisible Empire, because you can become a travel member as well. It doesn't cost that much, because it's a lifetime guarantee that you will be with it, and it's willable, transferable, and sellable, and you can make great commissions with that. Then we get into the Facebook and Instagram marketing, which is fantastic. Jaden, who is Mark's tech guy, will walk you through how to get all that stuff going, as well as Chris and Landon Stewart. They're my associates. I love those guys. They're awesome. I've learned so much about Facebook and Instagram marketing through Landon, and Chris. Then there's the Buyer's Rush Blueprint on how to attract buyers to any type of business. It could be this business, it could be your own book, it could be your own product, whatever that might be. There's also recorded trainings. There's, I need my glasses again. There's booster trainings on a lot of different items. There's Solomon CEO and Proverbs. So Mark goes through in that section. He talks about the mindset of wealthy people and how reverent we are with our money and with our lives. It's super good to get into. I highly recommend it. It's awesome. And then Renaissance is the travel product, which will show you. It shows you how it works, how to set it up, and there you go. It's a fantastic thing. Now the Fear Killer. The Fear Killer Club is for people, and I'm in that also. That is for people who are afraid to do Facebook marketing, who have a lot of tech issues with that. So every single Wednesday at 5 o'clock, either Mark or Toby or Chris or Landon will come on and talk. They'll give a quick webinar like I'm giving you about how to set up your Facebook ads and some issues. They actually do case studies. Some people like myself will be on that, and they'll go through your ad and tell you what's working and what's not and how to make it better, which is a great thing to do. So these products are also sold separately, and you can make commissions on those as well. So the Invisible Empire shows you how the internet works, and it shows you how you can set up your own business. It is click-by-click instructions. So what I do, I have Invisible Empire up, and I even have it up right now. It's behind go to webinar, but I have Invisible Empire up right now because before I was doing this webinar, I was working on my pixels for my Facebook ads, and I go back. It's like having a dictionary that you can go back and learn from, because they're always updating, especially Jaden. Jaden is doing a lot of pixel work right now. Anyway, so it's click-by-click instruction, and they have a private Facebook group, and they have 3 live events per year. So you can fly to Arizona, or you can go to New York. They're doing a Hollywood event in October, which is awesome. But I will be in the Swiss Alps hiking, so I won't do that Hollywood event, but I'll probably do the next one because we'll be around for the next couple months. Anyway, so the Invisible Empire has so much value, and it helps people out a lot. How much does the Invisible Empire cost? The educational platform costs just $1,997. So for $2,000, you can learn everything you need to learn about marketing your product, marketing your book, getting set up, getting a presence online where you can sell whatever you want to sell to millions of people and make whatever you want to make. I mean, the sky's the limit here. It's fantastic. Or you can pay a one-time fee of $19.97, or you can finance it by paying just $247 monthly. There's a no credit check thing going on now that they offer, and so that's pretty darn good. It's awesome. It's worth getting in there and just checking it out and seeing how it works and seeing how your life can benefit with it. So there are commissions. So if you sell the travel product name, and the name is Renaissance, you will receive $2,000 commission, which is amazing. It's awesome. It's a $5,000 product, and to be a member, you do have to buy it. But again, it will allow you to travel throughout the world at $398 per week, between $398 per week and $700 per week throughout the world. And they have more than 6,000, now they have more than 6,000 resorts that allow you to stay there for that cheap. It's absolutely amazing. I'll have to do a webinar on Renaissance because it's just fabulous. You can also sell the educational platform itself and receive $1,000 commissions. So there's the Renaissance, which is the travel membership, and there is the educational platform, which teaches you how to set up and sell your own business or Invisible Empire itself or Renaissance. So it's fantastic, it's easy to get into, and it's not a bad way to start your own internet life and help others do the same. It's pretty awesome. So how do you get started? We'll go to HTTPS, sorry about my dogs, there they are, they're doing their job, https://3-stepfreedom.com. My associates Landon and Chris will walk you through the Invisible Empire and show you how it works. And there's lots of bonus material at the end of the 2-hour webinar, which will give you insider secrets about online marketing. So this is Jaden right here. He's the one who sets up all the background stuff. And this is Landon, and this is Chris. These two guys are the ones who really put together the Facebook ad and Instagram ad information for the Invisible Empire. And they are fun, they're entertaining, and they're super, super good guys, very transparent, and they will teach you everything you need to know about online marketing. So learning is fun. You'll be walked through how to set up your own business. You don't have to sell Invisible Empire, but it sure is fun. You can always reach out for help or support via the concierge or Facebook messaging. So you've learned in the last couple minutes here, you've learned about the 5 most crucial things I've learned online. We've talked about mindset. We've talked about technology hurdles. We've talked about the naysayers in your life. We've talked about what your parents never told you and the best marketing practices. So take action now. Go to https://3-stepfreedom.com to get started. Enjoy the process. Your lifestyle is waiting. My contact information is Facebook and Twitter, The Christy Carter. My blog is christyacarter.com. Instagram, I'm Christy Carter. My business phone is 925-362-8057. This is the end of the webinar. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for taking some time out. And I hope you learned something. So go ahead and put the comments down below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. So thank you guys. Have a great night, and we'll be talking to you soon. Take care.